The following program was sponsored by The Circle. Everything is copywritten, so please no duplication or reenactments of their lyrical capacity. Results will end up in termination of your life or court proceedings. Thank you.
Yeah, Apex Smooth, aka Mr. Smooth Guy, featuring GMG, Good Money Gus. Let's get it, Circle NT. What up?
Shout out Smooth Boy Lee. Smooth Guy J Young. Facts. Young nigga on the block till the store closed. Cash out, leave a chicken cop more hoes. When they 6 wash ass, yeah, rep those. Nigga know I spit fungus like wet toes. Only got one goal and that's get cash. Nigga spit hot shit, call it straight ass. Straight facts, all you niggas is straight ass. Fuck all the fame, I'ma rap for the straight cash. Be like, don't start my nigga, wait a little more years, stay calm my nigga. I'm supposed to stay calm when I'm hungry as fuck. All y'all niggas ass damn, y'all can start me up. Yo, stop talking that crazy shit. You nice my nigga, but you ain't the shit. Wait a little more years to be jacking that. It's a cold ass word when you jacking that. If you say what's on your mind when you think of it, you should keep your mouth closed and don't think of shit. And you coming at me, boy, you out your mind. I'm your #1 fan, keep that in mind. And I really like you and the way you rhyme. I do. Except when you try to diss with the corny lines. Subliminal niggas is only lyrically whack. So you wanna start beef, nigga, call my jack.
Get down, lay down, niggas stay down. It's our playground. Shit, what you gon' say now? Cause y'all know our flow's ridiculous. Smooth Guy JR and the nigga Gus. Get down, lay down, niggas stay down. It's our playground. Shit, what you gon' say now? Cause y'all know our flow's ridiculous. It's Smooth Guy JR and the nigga Gus.
And I ain't gotta be the best. But your girl at my crib telling me I'm the best. I mean, I love these hoes, but I hate the stress. I just need me a wife, I don't need no sex. I'd rather get money, nigga, than the weed is next. The only thing that I know is my cash is the wave. Gotta get money fast, gotta stack it away. Checks all stacked up, I won't cash it in days. Take a little bit out just to get geeked up. Get my girl out to eat, I'ma get geeked up. It's like 2 or 3 niggas with like 2 or 3 blunts. With like 2 or 3 girls and they all getting drunk. And when they all get drunk, you should know what they wanna do. Lie on their back and spread like a parachute. Are you hating on me? I ain't mad at you. Boy, I'm so fly, I need a parachute.
Get down, lay down, niggas stay down. It's our playground. Shit, what you gon' say now? Cause y'all know our flow's ridiculous. Smooth Guy JR and the nigga Gus. Get down, lay down, niggas stay down. It's our playground. Shit, what you gon' say now? Cause y'all know our flow's ridiculous. It's Smooth Guy JR and the nigga Gus. I am so flame, cocaine, so game. Using no name, high price, low change. I'm an animal, hunt, eat, hibernate. And I can see it in his face, he can't hide the hate. Told me hesitate, but shit, got too tired to wait. Got my head wrapped in the street, I'm too tired to think. With my eyes on the prize, I'm too tired to blink. So I'm so wide awoke, I can hardly wait. Already put up with the bull, so I'm hard to break. Once I point, aim, shoot, I am hard to shake. You strapped, I'm strapped, that's a western flick. Bust your gun, cowboy, I'm the best at this. I ain't stressing this, I keep me a naked chick. I'm trying to stretch the chick, put it in the neck and shit. And I am not waiting, eating is my occupation. Ski mask, black gloves, and a spot to lay in. Get down, lay down, niggas stay down. It's our playground. Shit, what you gon' say now? Cause y'all know our flow's ridiculous. Smooth Guy JR and the nigga Gus. Get down, lay down, niggas stay down. It's our playground. Shit, what you gon' say now? Cause y'all know our flow's ridiculous. It's Smooth Guy JR and the nigga Gus.
You are not niggers. You are not coons. You may smoke reef and drink wine and do crazy, wicked things, but you are not a wicked person by nature. You have lent yourself to wickedness, but you are a divine creature that must now come into the knowledge and power of your own divinity. And no preacher can resurrect you into your divinity. It takes God himself to bring you into your own divine nature. So we're not dealing with prophets. We have walked out of prophet teaching. This is the time and the presence of God. So I don't talk about God will come. God is already here. And he's working in me to resurrect you to your divine nature.
Yes, sir. Let's get it, class. What's up, my brothers, my good brothers, good breads? What's up, man? It's always good to come to the school. You know what I mean? To infotain you guys, man. Y'all already know we got a good one today, guys. Y'all already see. Y'all can tell by the thumbnail. We ain't finna play with it today. You know, we been through our black card. We been through that shit in the garbage. You know what I mean? Because we already know. We learned. Those of you that's enrolled in our daycare, y'all know that blacks is for felons, gays, and lesbians, bro. So y'all know that. They don't treat us kind. Us men that don't want to be shoot 'em up, bang bang, and we don't want to represent the Skittles community. They ain't got nothing for us. You know what I mean? We men. We just gotta be men. We gotta get to the knowledge. We gotta change the laws of our mind. We gotta retool our mind because everybody is programmed to some dumb shit, y'all. I'm not lying, bro. You can't tell these motherfuckers running around out here that what they know is not their thinking. You can't tell them that they're not critically thinking for themselves. These motherfuckers are so programmed. Y'all know that, good brothers. Y'all deal with them. Y'all deal with them all day, all throughout the day. They live in their world and they want to bring you into their world. Don't go, bro. Don't go. Don't go. Hell no, we won't go. Salute to the chat, y'all. Salute to the chat. Let's get straight into it today, B. We ain't even gonna play with it today, yo. We ain't even gonna play with it. So we already know what it is, guys. We know what it is. It's all about the teachings, guys. It's about the parenting. That's what destroyed the hood, guys. The hood was our city. That was black man city. That was the brothers. That was us. And you know how we know that, guys? How you can relate that? What you can relate that to? We already know that this ain't our shit. You know what I mean? Even if we go to the biblical, the basic instructions, God made this shit and he put us here. So we always been on borrowed time. So don't you go feeling like this land called America owe you anything. No, get that dumb shit out your head because this ain't our shit, guys. Do you get that? This is not our shit to begin with. So you got too many motherfuckers sitting here waiting for this land to give them something. Give me what I owe. This land don't owe you shit, bro. You're looking for what they call that? Reparation? Repetition? Whatever the fuck. The rep something. You need to rep your motherfucking hell of a mother. That's who owe you something, bro. Because the teaching and the parenting, that's what got mangled with and meshed with. We supposed to be about the future. We supposed to be about the kids, yo. That's what it's supposed to be about. We not supposed to be selfish. Once we decide to bring kids into this world, we not supposed to be about ourselves. That's how the order go. It go like that. It go God, man, woman, and child. You know what I mean? And that's how the teaching's supposed to go too. Too many simp niggas think they do things by themselves. They not going to God. So the female not going to them. The kids not listening to the females. That's the chain of command. That's what got us fucked up. Women, feminist women from the previous generation raised weak boys that the women that are dealing with them in this generation are catching wreck on. They're going ham on them. They're going ham on them. You know what I mean? And this is why I tell y'all, old people, bro, old people, love them, hug them, kiss them, all that. But don't listen to them. They cannot teach you nothing but how to be a nice person, which in turns, in 2022, you know what a nice person equal? So keep listening to them if you want to, bro. You know what I mean? We must build with the fellas. We must exchange. I had a great conversation just now, for example, on Facebook. Me and my bro, we had different ideologies on a certain subject. We didn't go fly off the handle with each other. Oh, you acting emotional. Oh, you. No, we still remained who we are. We don't got to change our character up for each other, but we still kept that level of respect. It's a level of respect that is missing in communication nowadays with the brothers because Niggas is raised by their moms, bro. So niggas is many versions of their moms, bro. And their moms just want chaos. So this is why as soon as you start talking, capping with a brother, chaos ensues. A brother do not have to believe what you want him to believe, because that brother is not gonna reap the blessing you're gonna reap. What the fuck? Remember, your win is not his loss. What he eat don't make you shit. All it is an exchange of knowledge. Honestly, I learned something from that. I learned something from just that exchange. You don't even have to agree with each other, and you still can learn something. You can learn something from anybody, but when you keep that hell of a mom shaking it on you, you gonna block everything. You're gonna block the truth, which in returns block resources, block information. You're never gonna build. You're gonna stay stagnant. Your stagnation is gonna turn to hate. And remember what I said about hate. If I could get you to hate something, I could control you. And once I could control you, I could take all your money, bro. You see how it work? Look how it work in this red pill space, right? We get everybody to hate Sierra and Russell, which that should be the couple that everybody is like promoting a little something, but we'll get to that down the line. You know what I mean? Because niggas never mention the fact that this man had a whole child before Sierra came in the picture. Like, the nigga not a stepdad, but they want to keep you focused on the hate. Remember, that's what we gonna do today, guys. Relationships and this teamwork shit, this black community shit, this village shit is all teamwork, guys. It's a sport. It's teamwork. It's like football, guys. You know what I mean? And that's what it is. The Bell 5000. They used a woman to run a play. They used a woman to weaken the quarterback position. This shit is like football. This relationship is football, bro. What do you mean by that, Mr. Goodbread? In a relationship, right? No matter how dope I am, right? I could be Tom motherfucking Brady out this motherfucker. If my defense, Mrs. Goodbread, is trash, guess what that mean, bro? That mean my whole team suck, bro. My whole team suck, bro. Because I can score as many points as I want. If she can't stop them from scoring points, then we lose. You feel me? So football is very much like the relationship game, the dating game, and all that bullshit. You know what I mean? Another reason why football is related to that. The man has to be the quarterback. God is the coach. Man is the quarterback. And the female can be any other position she choose, bro. Think about it. She can be any position she choose, except for the coach or the quarterback. You know what I mean? But what our society have done to destroy our city, to destroy our community, to destroy our village, is society has promoted. They made commercials. They did everything to promote and put this woman in the quarterback position. All right, guys? Do you get that? And why that's bad? Because a woman is not designed to lead no team. Because a woman will throw a whole interception and blame it on the receiver. The woman will take a whole quarterback sack instead of throwing the ball and blame it on the offensive line. The woman will hand the ball off, fucked up to the running back. He fumbled, and she will blame it on, you know what I mean? With the quarterback position comes a lot of responsibility, but it also comes a lot of praise. You see how they want to put the woman in a position where she get all the praise, but duck all the accountability. Sort of like the relationship game, like they doing today, guys. You know what I mean? That's exactly that's what it equal to. That's what it come down to. So let's start with the beginning. Let's take it to the top. We're going to do a little warm-up video. This just going to brush on it. It's going to get us nice and ready for the main event, for the full course meal. You know how we dissect and break shit down to the T with facts and information. You know what I mean? Guys, if you get triggered at the truth, go now, bro. You know what I mean? Go now, bro. Go now. Go now. Ladies, if you don't understand how you being the wide receiver, running back, blocker, or anything, tight end, kicker, how that is benefit to you because you still get that attention because you the one scoring the touchdowns. You just don't touch the ball first. You see how that works? You the one score the touchdowns. You don't touch the ball first, and the man calls the play. You see how that works? And that's how the game is played, guys. If you are in a relationship and you are not playing the game like that, bro, you need to demand a trade. You see how that works? You need to demand a trade or cheat so that she can release you. See how that works? It's just like football, guys. It's just like football. And they knew that, so they divided and conquered. They divided the team. They got us fighting for two. What the fuck? What team you know need two quarterbacks on the team, bro? Name a team that really gonna win with two quarterbacks on the team, bro. Have it been done? Have it been done? And if two people throwing, who catching and who running? Who's scoring? You see, what makes it even sad and worse about this society, 2022, is these niggas don't even want the man to be the receiver or they don't want the man to have the special plays. They want the man to be the hiker. They want the motherfucking man to be on the line, blocking, how they say, protecting this quarterback, this wild beast of a quarterback. And that's just crazy, guys. Let's see how they dingle their way into doing this and incorporating our queens into the quarterback position, which they know what's going to happen when you put a queen in the quarterback position. That team ain't never fitting to win. That team has got no chance. All that team can do is fill the seats in the arena for them. You see how that works? You see how that works? They can make money off that team. And that's how they did it, guys.
Like many songs will tell you,
bullet holes left in my peep holes.
the story of what housing and other living conditions look like for many Black Americans is pretty bleak. And that's by design. In addition to artists cataloging their very personal experiences,
When the landlord dissed us, no heat. Wonder why Christmas missed us.
it's been proven that the modern phenomenon of concentrated Black poverty was an intentional government-sponsored institution. This is in part why President Biden issued an executive order back in January, intended to right the historical wrongs Black folks have faced when it comes to housing and home ownership in this country. But first, let's take it back.
The dawn of the 20th century, African Americans in major cities lived scattered throughout the city. They weren't segregated particularly. It's only with the Great Migration of 6 to 7 million African Americans north and west escaping the South, the predominant response of the United States government and state and local governments to the Great Migration was to contain Black people in their own neighborhoods. And HUD, the Department of Housing and Urban Development, was particularly a part of this role. With the precursors to HUD, introduced and encouraged racially restrictive covenants, redlining of every major city where African Americans landed. The federal government was a sponsor of urban renewal, infamously called Negro removal by the great James Baldwin.
Urban renewal, which means moving the Negroes out. It means Negro removal. That is what it means. And the federal government is an accomplice to this fact.
That so-called urban renewal also included a federally sponsored interstate highway system, which was intentionally designed to mow through vibrant Black neighborhoods. Take Miami, for example. 2 highways, I-95 and I-395, bulldoze right through the predominantly Black and low-income Overtown neighborhood, previously called Colored Town during segregation.
The Department of Housing and Urban Development and the federal government writ large in the first 7 decades of the 20th century invested billions of dollars in racial segregation and concentrated poverty. Each time this country created a peculiar institution that subordinated Black people, slavery, Jim Crow, it created and dismantled it. They replaced it with another one. And the iconic Black ghetto, I don't use that as a pejorative, I use it as a descriptor, was a follow-on institution to slavery and Jim Crow. That's the legacy that every new administration inherits, and the Biden administration has as well.
Today, I'm directing the Department of Housing and Urban Affairs and Urban Development to redress the historical racism in federal housing policies.
This executive order is just one of 4 signed by President Biden, designed to address racial equity in the United States. And while this progress is a step in the right direction, there's still a lot of harm to undo.
Segregation started coming down after the passage of the Fair Housing Act of 1968, which actually only got passed.
Now, guys, if you ask me to keep it real, I would have if I was around back here, you know what I mean, and we had the intelligence, the intellect to know what we know, I would have rather stayed segregated, guys. What do you think, guys? What y'all think in the chat? Yeah, would y'all rather had stayed segregated? Because it seems to me that a couple of us was real thirsty to be one of them. Like, real thirsty and eager to be one of them. Like, you know what I mean? We didn't really take ownership to our own blackness, how you say, like, you know what I mean? Because you see, this is where they set up. This is where the fix is in. You know what I mean? We're going to get to how we bought into the fix, how we didn't walk around the fix, how we just stepped right on into the fix because we didn't have the education.
Passed in the wake of Dr. Martin Luther King's assassination. In 1980, 8 out of 10 Black people would have had to move in order to be evenly integrated within metropolitan areas. Half of Black people who live in metropolitan areas still live in neighborhoods of high segregation. So we've had modest improvement, but segregation persists. And economic segregation has spiked since 1970. The so-called American dream is only working for a relatively small slice of the population that can afford to buy their way into what I call gold standard neighborhoods that have the best of everything. And
yeah, I like when they tell it like that. I like when they tell a story like that. But we all know why only a small amount. Because only a small amount accept truth and change. You feel me? So that's why the ones that don't accept truth and change are not victims. You know what I mean? I also was chatting with one of the good brothers, you know what I mean? Or sisters, because I don't know, with these avatars nowadays, you don't know who the fuck you talking to. But I was chatting with another good brother or sister in my comment section, and you know what I mean? I could tell a lot about a brother that don't like Candace Owens or that questions Candace Owens. If it's a brother, see, I know why the sisters don't like Candace Owens, because she want their ass to be in that kitchen making sandwiches and shit. You know what I mean? So I know the sisters don't like her, but you could tell a lot about a man that don't like Candace Owens. And remember, I told you, once I know you a hater, and I know you operate off of hate, I know how I can control you. I can control you. I can trigger you. I can manipulate you. You know what I mean? So he goes and asks me some shit to the effect of a black girl was shot by a white racist man. The white racist man didn't go to jail or he got locked up, but he's on bail, and his picture and his name is not being put out there, and his picture is being blurred. Do I still believe in it's not no such thing as white privilege? Mind you, the video clearly states white privilege has been removed and traded for black girl magic. You know what I mean? So now that lets me know he has a potential of being a simp enforcer or a hell of a son. So now I tread lightly, because I told you them type dudes get too emotional. So I said, yo, I can answer that question for you. You know what I mean? And I proceeds to tell him that white privilege no longer exists, because had that been a black rapper or entertainer shooting up the club and a white girl got grazed or a black person got grazed, that black officer, I mean that black rapper would be able to skate out of it. He'll get locked up the same way the white man got locked up. The black rapper will be able to use his money, because now this is a money situation. It ain't a white privilege situation, because the only reason why that white man was able to get all that fancy shit is because his lawyer pushed that to not have it, because that goes with the case. You know what I mean? You don't want the public to, because then that hurts your client's chances of case. But you know what I mean? You can't explain certain shit like that when dudes is operating off pure hatred because they haven't changed the laws of their mind yet. You know what I mean? But it's definitely not white privilege when money makes the world go round, bro. It's a class privilege. Now, if he wanted to argue, that was financial, it was class privilege, then I couldn't say nothing, cause yeah. But it's unfortunate that the black folks don't have the money. The black victims don't have the money like how the motherfucking whites have the money when they are victims, and that's because of lack of education. For some weird reason, we think we know everything. We so busy worrying about being victims that we let education and opportunity just go over our head. Then we could pull up the amount of people in our community that really is lazy and really rock out on this welfare shit, guys. That shit is so limiting. It's limiting, yo. It's so limiting. And if we could get the understanding of that, then we'll do better.
Everybody else struggles, and the black poor struggle the most.
So what happens now? Well, some advocates are hopeful.
Home applauds this executive order for really focusing on historical patterns of racial segregation and discrimination in housing,
while others remain cautiously optimistic. Here's Professor Cashin's suggestion.
I don't take credit for this, but I applaud it. There should be an equity analysis. The federal government spends so much money, it should track who's getting it by neighborhood, and it should pursue racial equity in the distribution of resources. There's been a lot of movement at the local level on this. For the example of Baltimore, they did an equity analysis and found that they were spending 4 times as much money in majority white.
You are not a victim because you take a deal that says, vote for Democrats, we'll give you this amount of money per month, but you can't make that amount of money. That is not a victim. If you take that deal, you are voluntarily stupid. All right? So let's stop it, guys. Let's stop it. That is not victimization right there. If you take a dumb deal and get jerked on the back end, that is your fault, taking a dumb deal. And we've been doing this shit for so many years. This is the generational curse in the hood. This is the generational curse right here in the hood. Every fucking dad who has the bag, who is not tied to this government shit, is on child support. Still gotta feed the government. And then every fucking mother, single mother, hell of a mother, toddler is on welfare. Come on, guys. Shit's stupid.
Neighborhoods is the majority black ones. I think we're in this moment where people are waking up, sad to say, because of the slow execution of George Floyd, to the realities of systemic racism. And I believe there is an ascending majority multiracial coalition that wants something better than a separate unequal nation that overinvests in some neighborhoods and disinvests and preys upon people in other neighborhoods. I'm hopeful, but you can never stop working for and organizing for the country you want.
It kills me how we could sit here and hate the white man, but not hate the black man that got money, and not help the one that don't help us with money. I already showed y'all the programming is crazy. They're addicted niggas. They done got niggas brainwashed to stupidity, bro. Niggas is worshiping and honoring all the wrong shit, idolizing all the wrong shit.
New generation's more radical and less tired than me. There's always another generation coming.
All right, guys, we gonna roll it right along. I know it's Sunday and shit. You know what I mean? So I know y'all relaxing and maxing, so we gonna get right into the main event. You know what I mean? No need to play with it today. That was just a little warm up about what we gonna break down. Now we gonna go in depth. But first, here's a message from our guy, Kevin Samuels. And I found this on Facebook, on social media, and I was like, wow, this nigga's talking to me, yo. He speak for me with this shit right here, bro. He's dead speaking for me, yo. Salute to the brother Kev, you know what I mean? Yo, did that play, y'all? Did that even play? I didn't hear nothing on my end. I don't know, but in any event, I ain't gonna show up for that. Oh, hell no, that didn't play. I know why it didn't play too. Oh, boy, I tell you, boy, I'm old school, guys. Never mind me. I'm old school. I am old school like a motherfucker. I done faked it till I made it with this technology shit. I'm almost there, but I ain't all the way there yet. But you wouldn't have been able to tell if I ain't tell you just now. That's how you fake it till you make it, guys. You know what I mean? You gotta pretend, but you learn while you pretending. Don't act like you know it. You know what I mean? Listen to people, study them. You know what I mean? Always take in new information. All right, guys. This message from Kev.
Great, because you know that you're going to do the work, then do it. Say it. What's the difference between cocky and confidence? It's not bragging if it's true. If you're a winner, you're a winner. It's not bragging. Difference between cocky and confidence, I look at it, you can be cocky when you have the confidence that you know you're going to put the work in to get it done. There's one thing to sit around and talk about something and you don't have the work, the hashtag show your work, you don't have the receipts, you don't have the numbers, you don't have the facts, you don't have the data, you just have the belief in yourself. Well, I'm still a proponent for that because here's the thing, only you know whether or not you're going to do the work. But if you can say you're going to do great things, you're going to be great because you know that you're going to do the work, then do it. Say it. Say it and make it and put the pressure on yourself. Put the pressure on yourself to hold yourself accountable. So when you do make the result, when you accomplish what it is you say you're going to accomplish, nobody can say anything other than he may be arrogant, he may be cocky, he may be this. Yeah, but he also got it done. He delivered.
Yeah, and that fit me to the T. And I listen to that every morning, yo. Y'all can check that out. I made a little story out of that, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So if y'all need a little motivation, y'all can always go there. You know what I mean? Kev always said some little motivating things, yo. He knew how to tug on the heartstrings. That man was a choreographer of feelings. That boy was a choreographer of feelings. Well said. You know what I mean? Let's get it in, y'all. Let's get it in. Let's go straight on in. But first, a message from my girl, Candace Owens. Y'all check this one out too. This is also there. A couple of y'all already seen this one, but I just threw this one up there today. Gotta love her. And you can learn a lot from a brother that do not like her. You learn a lot from a brother that do not like her, bro. I'm telling you guys. I'm gonna be giving y'all names, right? And I'm gonna tell y'all how people go. I'm gonna read their whole playbook. I'm gonna read how people gonna react to the certain person. All you gotta do is say this person name to a person, and I'm gonna tell you exactly what go along, get along group they go along with. You feel me? Because nobody thinking for themselves. They all thinking for this ID for the gatekeeper of that group. I'm gonna tell you that gatekeeper say, "Oh, she white supremacist." That's what they thinking of. Ain't nobody thinking for themselves. They all brainwashed, bro. I'm telling you. You know how the women don't like this? They don't like to hear all them little triggered men, them little simple forces, hell of a sons. They don't like to hear all. They don't like to hear alpha, beta male. They don't like titles. They don't like labels, because they know you can't wiggle your way out. it's remove the gray area time. Remove the gray area. But you can tell a lot about a dude that don't like a woman that's fighting for the fight that they don't have to wear a dress. That's fucking crazy to me. Fucking disturbing to me, bro. And those are the niggas we supposed to build with? Fuck out of here. Miss me with that shit. You won't cane me. You won't hit me with the cane treatment after we done get the shit built.
What's happening today is a radical form of a woman's movement. The idea that we don't need men, that men are always and constantly, once again, the oppressed versus the oppressor. I have news for people that do identify themselves as feminists. Men are not dropped off by the stork. We are the people that have to carry men for 9 months. They are our little boys, they are our sons, they are our husbands. This country needs women to find their voices and to fight for our men. Because what is happening right now is a cultural war on men. What's happening today is a radical form of a woman's movement. The idea that we don't need men, that men are always and constantly, once again, the oppressed versus the oppressor. I have news for people that do identify themselves as.
Remember, I told y'all how they play the game. Remember, I told you how they take that blueprint. Remember the other live I did where I told y'all, I gave y'all the blueprint. I told y'all this: America is the arena, and whatever war they want to start, they fill that arena up, and they the only ones that make money off of getting you dummies to hate one another. You fucking dummy. We know who taught you how to be a dummy though. Over here, us breads in the chat. Who taught these niggas how to be dumb, bro?
As feminists, men are not dropped off by the stork. We are the people that have to carry men for 9 months. They are our little boys, they are our sons, they are our husbands. This country needs women to find their voices and to fight for our men. Because what is happening right now is a cultural war on men. What's happening?
I know. No more shenanigans. We ready. We ready to jump right in. Fair use, guys. Keep in mind, fair use. You know how they do when we start talking about shit like this. When we start uncovering shit like this, they get kind of flaky and funny. So let's read this real quick. Warning, federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copywritten motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reportings, teachings, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyrights under 17 USC 107.
Mind control and social engineering has been successfully applied to the deconstruction of the Black American population. Now, we understand these methods were used on all groups and populations in the nation, not just the Black. Yet extra measures were taken in particular on the Black race. And we are going to analyze those, analyze the methods by breaking down their administration according to decade, starting in the 60s. Going into the 70s, 80s, 90s, and up into our current day and age. This cyclical and chronological understanding of.
So now, this is going to be your history, guys. Whenever you need to check in on your history, this is going to be the video you come to, guys. Remember, this is going to be one of those timeless videos. You know what I mean? One of those timeless ones, guys. It's going to always stand the test of time. So make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit your bell. Make sure the bell is hit. Let me share this live on your Facebook, on your Facebooks, and on your, you can't share it on Instagram, boo. But share this on your social media joints, guys. You know what I mean? That's a good lookout. Also, guys, thanks to those of you that donated to the channel. You know what I mean? Your money goes directly to the little ones and shit like that. You know what I mean? I showed y'all the game and shit. You know what I mean? We show and prove over here. You know what I mean? So everything back to the community. Don't nothing go to Magic City. You know what I mean? Nah, we don't do that. You know what I mean? It go back to the community. We for the community. We built for the community. You know what I mean? Not everything need to be shown or said, but it's good to know. Like, you know what I mean? When y'all be donating and y'all be donating and shit. So I want y'all to know where y'all funds go. You know what I mean? And tell your favorite YouTuber, Mr. Goodbread, said what up.
Mind control and its predatory nature will give you a much clearer sense of why the black population is where it is today and why it functions as it does. Where are our leaders? Where are these celebs at when thousands of black men are being killed in their own communities? Chicago, for instance. Why do they conveniently ignore the giant elephant in the room?
Chi-Town, stand up, bro. I got a bunch of brothers from Chi-Town that show me love. Stand up, Chi-Town. You already know.
Functions as it does. Where are our leaders? Where are these celebs at when thousands of black men are being killed in their own communities? Chicago, for instance. Why do they conveniently ignore the giant elephant in the room? Why don't you see these different artists and celebrities and basketball players and football players and athletes? Why don't you see them supporting any type of group in their own communities to fight the violence? Why don't you see these people in Chicago on the streets changing the environment? Why don't we see this? They're so quick to run to this Black Lives Matter organization protests and support all of these large government scale organizations, yet they can't support their small grassroots communities that need the most help. Why? Let's think about this, because this dichotomy sheds some serious light on what's really going on.
Oh, don't play dumb. If you see one of your little idolizers up there, the ones you worship, or you put truth in, or you done heard them say some shit, so you done took it to your brain, your subconscious, and it's a belief. Oh, just know you've been had. You've been had. Yeah, look at them. Look close. I wish I could make the shit bigger. But we hate the white man, bro. We sit here and stagnate ourselves hating white people, bro. People that's not even a threat now. Right now. Right now. Come on, guys. You got to be kidding me, bro. Why y'all giving these people so much power, yo? Why the fuck y'all be giving these people so much power and y'all really be running with this shit, bro? Now I know I'm from the north. I know I'm from New York. Been here for a while. I ain't see no noose, no white man do. They don't do dumb shit up here like that. So, you know what I mean? I know y'all might be from the southern stands, but y'all still got to tell me, how are y'all still victims, bro? How are y'all still victims? Or are y'all just hell of a sons so you hold no accountability, so you're a victim of something you did and something you created or something you just do not know? You know what I mean? Like, let's keep it real. Y'all know when y'all come here, y'all getting this real red pill. Y'all getting this work. Y'all not, yeah, man, listen. Don't make me call no names and tell y'all where y'all could go to get the shit that's going to make you feel good but keep you stupid. You know what I mean? When you come here, be ready to hear this biblical red pill, the real shit. You know what I mean? Not the fruit punch pill. Not the shit that got some red in it. But it got a whole lot of feel good for you to go off and do some stupid shit. And then wind yourself right back on some other channel looking for information. Come on, guys. Let's pay attention. I need y'all to pay attention. It's Sunday. Sit down, relax, bro. Don't be doing extra shit. Pay attention and look ahead at your phone, look at your screen. Pay attention today, guys.
See, these leaders, these celebrities, these activists, these intellectuals, these politicians, these entertainers, they're not who you think they are. because they have separated themselves from their community and joined a new one. They are gatekeepers for the elite structure now, and they have always been. They pretend to care for the Black population only when it is in the interests of the elite agenda, the program, the great work, the magnum opus. Shall we make more connections? Think about
Hey, yo, guys, my moderators, make sure y'all hitting the anybody that everything goes in the chat, everything goes. You know what I mean? Everything goes. So that hide and delete shit, make sure don't hide nothing. Let everything go, cause I can't control that shit when I'm live. You know what I mean? But I be going back and I be seeing some people they be typing and they don't get their shits read or saw. Nah, no moderators, y'all. And if I owe you a wrench, I'll be sending you a wrench shortly. You know what I mean? But make sure y'all on it. Let everything go through, bro.
it. Are not all these so-called leaders and celebs fraternal and sisterhood members? Let's look at Oprah. Isn't she an Eastern Star? We can look at the history of Black culture creation to recognize that these things have always been this way. The Black elite, or talented 10th, if you want to go back to Du Bois, who was a Boule member, a secret society, high Black elite gatekeeper. The celeb class, whatever you wish to call them, they have always been used as a device to arrest the development of their own people, all for fame, security, and abundant wealth at the expense of others. These figures have been used to sell false dreams, false hope, and pigeonhole Blackness within fixed categories.
All right, so there goes your religion. There goes a whole sector of you hating dudes, the ones that y'all been taught to hate the white man. You know what I mean? So you can kill that noise. You know what I mean? You can kill that noise. You can kill that noise. Your own kind set you up. Your own kind brainwashed you and influenced you to hate somebody they was getting paid to do that to you for. You big dummy.
Limited by labels and stereotypes. All by design. All in the purpose of division, divide, and control. So how did we get here? Isn't it surprising that the Black population has had exponential growth since the 1970s?
Bro, we were good. We were Gucci great. Did you hear what he said? Exponential growth, guys. Come on, guys. Sigma Rana, what up? What up? Yo, we were good, guys. We were good. Play that back real quick. I gotta play that back, man. It sounded good. For once, it sounded good.
The celeb class, whatever you wish to call them, they have always been used as a device to arrest the development of their own people, all for fame, security, and abundant wealth at the expense of others. These figures have been used to sell false dreams, false hope, and pigeonhole Blackness within fixed categories, limited by labels and stereotypes, all by design, all in the purpose of division, divide, and control. So how did we get here? Isn't it surprising that the Black population has had exponential growth since the 1970s in a downward spiral? Residual culture decay that has been non-stop since about 1965. Prison rates have stayed on the rise. Murder rates have fluctuated but still begin to rise. Prison rates. Okay, that's the main thing we need to talk about here.
Yeah.
Prison rates peaked in the 90s after a steady gradual growth from the 70s. Let's begin in the late 60s, where it all started. First off, we have to understand that there's a giant mind control program that we're all familiar with.
We went
this
over
program
that.
was used on everybody, every race.
We went over that, guys. Just peep how we setting it up. Peep how we setting up the class after graduation. We gonna get it, yo. Cause I need y'all to take back control over your mind. I need y'all to start critically thinking for yourself. You know what I mean? Word. I always tell y'all. What I always tell y'all? Don't believe me. Believe yourself, bro. Believe yourself, bro. And that's my word. I'm not here for nothing other than to make the word of God, bro. The real God, not Sky Zaddy. The word of God, which is the basic instructions, so sexy that every little nigga turn to that before they turn to a modern woman, bro. That's what I'm here for. And I don't give a fuck how slow I grow. I don't give a fuck what a nigga say, what a chick say. You cannot knock me off my pivot. You can't tell me what I can say about God. You can't tell me nothing, especially if you a hell of a son or a modern woman, because you don't know God. You running from God. So how the fuck I look like letting you tell me I can't curse or I can't do that when I know these words, these basic instructions in my heart? I live this shit, bro. I live this shit. So that's what I'm here for, guys. That's what Mr. Goodbread here for. You know what I mean? So y'all make sure y'all hit the notification and check me when you can check me. You know what I mean? But always stop in and get that re-up of real shit. Real life. Shit that's gonna grow you. That education. You know what I mean? I told y'all, treat that entertainment. Treat that shit like candy, bro. Dessert. But don't start making that entertainment your full course. Because what's going to happen? You're going to start looking like one of these hell of a mothers, these big bitches. You're going to start looking like one of these big back whales. You're going to be mad then, bro. Your value down. Done. Let's play that back. And I'll leave it alone. Let it rock out a little bit. For the ones that don't like to hear me talk and shit. But they'll tune in every time, though.
A that has been non-stop since about 1965. Prison rates have stayed on the rise. Murder rates have fluctuated but still begin to rise. Prison rates. Okay, that's the main thing we need to talk about here. Prison rates peaked in the 90s after a steady gradual growth from the 70s. Let's begin in the late 60s, where it all started. First off, we have to understand that there's a giant mind control program that we're all familiar with. This program was used on everybody, every race, all creeds. No one was safe from these things. But when you're the group that's at the bottom and you're kept at the bottom, the effect is going to be much higher on these groups because they are much more vulnerable. And this has always been the position of the black population. So let's look into it.
Let's read that real quick, guys. Throughout the manipulation of music, Hollywood, and consumerism, you know what I mean? This is why I tell you, stop bagging these unaffordable bitches, B. Stop bagging these too expensive bitches, yo. Because you can't build nothing. You can't build the wealth. You can't build nothing. You can't build family with an expensive hoe, bro. It is what it is. You know what I mean? So you chase look if you want to, bro. You chase look and not substance. That's your ass, Mr. Postman. You not a victim. Because let's be real. Let's be real. A lot of us feel like we victims due to the hands of a black woman. But we so hell of a sunned out and we so up our mama ass, we don't want to blame the black woman. Ain't no fucking white man did nothing to us. The black woman took our money. The black woman got us fucking struggling for 18 years so we can't stunt how we want to stunt and consumerism like how we want to consumerism. Fuck the money up how we want to fuck the money up. You know what I mean? That's what it's about. That's what it's about, guys. So we not no victim. So when you jump on my comment section, talk about white privilege, no, son, let's backtrack. Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's rewind the tape and let's talk about what the mistake you did in life that got you feeling like you a fucking victim, bro. Let's get it, bro. We not gonna play that. The only way to get up out of there, bro. Consumerism culture would become weaponized and used to shape the development of specific groups of people. They weaponized culture. The specific group was the dummies, the ones that took to the entertainment over the education. These weaponized cultures would be determined generations to come by use of advanced forms of mind control. This is why I had you guys go over the 2-part series of mind control, guys, so that we can understand what it really is. Once you know the trap, then you can't tell me you in the trap unless you a dummy. And if you follow me, bro, you already know you ain't a dummy. So you already know, don't go get triggered. Don't go clicking off the live because, oh, you talking down on brother. Y'all know that. Y'all know talking, that's the nigga way of saying, you know, oh, you bashing. When a brother start talking about a nigga talking down on him, when a nigga is absolutely spitting nothing but the 100% truth, that's a weak nigga, bro. That's the nigga that these bitches think all of us is. You feel me? Watch them niggas, bro. Vet these niggas, bro. Hashtag that. Righteous fear, guys. Vet these niggas, bro. Cause we can't have Kane's building with us. We cannot have Brother Kane building with us, bro. And we cannot help Brother Kane. Brother Kane is sent to Rome. He sent to Rome and nobody is set to help that brother. Because if we help that brother, then we shall be blessed his curse. So stop running with beta males and stop running with hell of a sons and do the work. Do the work, bro. Do the self-improvement. I tell you, bro. Hell of a sons and modern women, they don't understand when real niggas say we did the work. When we say we did the work, well, what the work mean is we sacrifice to get the fuck up out of the delusion that everybody is consuming and everybody is conforming to. Romans 12:2, bro. Do not conform. MGTOW, bro. Free agent. Don't tie yourself to this bullshit. Do not play their game, bro. But a lot of y'all niggas be thirsty to play their game, bro. Or a lot of y'all niggas think y'all the man. Y'all like, I could play their game and do this. You know, you got to sacrifice something, bro. The fact that you scared to sacrifice only mean you raised by a feminist woman who thinks she can have everything. Shake that shit, bro. We have a father, bro. Remember, at the end of the day, they remove us from our father, right? But we still have that ultimate father that y'all niggas don't be liking to acknowledge. Y'all niggas done got so turned off by your real father. Your real father. Fuck your father. If he left you, this is why the father is so important. Because even without our father, bro, we still have a father that got us. And that'll give us everything, bro. And that's word to everything. We're gonna make his word so sexy that every little nigga, because a lot of these old niggas is done. These old niggas, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. So you saw my picture yesterday. You see those little niggas be? I will kill for them, bro. That's what I'm about. My mind focus on them, bro. Not modern women, not beta males, not hell of a sons. My mind is on them because that's what they attack. They attacked our babies. They attacked our babies. They attacked our little ones, bro. And it ain't about us. It ain't about us. It ain't about how many views I get. It ain't about how many subscribers I get. It's about how much money I can generate to make sure the next generation is a step ahead so that they can end this shit. They can put the foot down and they can get the land back. You know what I mean? We was sworn, what, 4-5 generations of the bullshit. And the shit started in the 60s. So we gonna give 60, 70, 80. We gonna start it in the 70s. We should be time to get the land back now, guys. It's time to get the land back now, guys. It's time to get the land back.
There's two main avenues we need to address: the arresting development and the culture identity creation. There was the heroin epidemic in the 70s. There was Vietnam, PTSD, and poverty. All these things struck the Black population heavily. People came back from the war hooked on heroin, passing that on to their families, destroying the father and the mother and the child, all in one swift, single blow. The counterculture had a huge movement called free love. All right, this free love movement goes back to the 19th century. Some hard hitters were the Summer of Love in 67, the Stonewall Gay Rights of 69, the French Socialist Uprising of 68, and the Black Nationalist peak of the Black Panther group in 66, and the peak in 1970. So we have to understand that all these movements, all these events directed the black culture in a certain way that led them away from development and more down a path of destruction, because it was leading them into a battle that could never be.
Yo, you know my take on this AIDS joint too, this HIV shit. It's weird to me, right? That two of the biggest movies that was about that Vietnam War and that whole situation, two of the biggest movies had mega scenes where that HIV was present. Three at no, this is that president's, and the other one was Forrest Gump. So yeah, two movies in that same era. So that was just real interesting to me, yo. That was just real interesting. That's a side nugget when it comes to that HIV shit and where did it start from. I always thought that I was always told, and I saw it somewhere, read it somewhere where we use that as a weapon. And then, you know what I mean, our dumbasses, you know what I mean, killed the soldiers, but before we killed the soldiers with it, they slept with their wives, and then when we took over certain parts of their land, we ended up sleeping with their wives and then catching the fucking shit, and then we brought it back over and it just spread it. You know what I mean? Now, that monkey story and all that dumb shit, I don't know. That story right there, the government made it to kill motherfuckers and it backfired, I could believe that, yo. I could believe that bullshit. You know what I mean? Similar to the smallpox shit. You know what I mean?
One, and not only that, it was a trick. It was a type of booby trap in a sense. All right, and this was all done through left movements based in Fabianism. Okay, ideas coming directly out of Tavistock. This is how they took down the French. The exact same way they did Russia. They create these socialist movements to have them be destroyed in their rebellion or revolutions. Revolutions never work. They never have. Protesting never works. It never has. These things have always been controlled opposition from the higher ups, the elite, the real controllers of the society, the ones that own the banks, the ones that fund both sides of wars. Okay, revolution means nothing on this earth, and it never has. All right, the underclasses have always lost. And this is the design. This is Satan's world. This is the way it's going to be. But they have to make you believe that you can win. They have to make you believe that you can fight.
Guys, are you paying attention, guys?
When the only way to fight here is spiritually. But let's keep moving. Another huge blow this year would be the assassination of prominent Black Panther Fred Hampton, officially ending the Black Panther movement of Black liberation. Soon we will see the conversion of the focused, militant, and socially concerned Black culture into a smooth operating, jive spitting, lady pimping, and perm dripping culture of sin and debauchery, ushered in by a dubious character indeed, Time Life magazine photographer, CIA operative, and film director Gordon Parks. Beginning with 1970, the moral fabric of America was officially torn. The hive mind was shattered, and now full-on dissociation would set in. In 1972, the country was divided, dazed, confused, and subdued. The reaction to the problem of war in Vietnam was achieved, and now the solutions would be formed. New domestic industries, markets, and subcultures had been birthed. America was now a beaten, rebellious, and reckless society, a modern Babylonian sex cult. And the film industry would, by design, reflect this. The 1972 films like Clockwork Orange and blaxploitation film Superfly would depict this.
So I really need y'all to stop acting like chicks not freaks, bro. I need y'all to stop acting like these chicks not hoes, bro. And they not designed here to have Adam baby. Know what I mean? To sleep with Adam. Yeah, acting like women were not designed to sleep with Adam, you know what I mean? I need y'all to stop acting like they not. You know what I mean? Stop doing that.
This climate of utter depravity perfectly. Speaking of blaxploitation, we encounter the other side of the demise of the civil rights movement. While feminism and gay rights pushed Black liberation into the shadows, at the same time, blaxploitation aimed to detract the focus and shatter the reality of the black population as a whole. Hardly a year after the death of Panther Fred Hampton, the blaxploitation era began, officially ending any potential of development in the black community, done so by corrupting the culture, in turn possessing the spirit, and re-engineering.
You see that? You saw that? So when they ask you questions and they want an exact year of when the button was switched for the kids to not be kids anymore, the kids to not be the future, that was it right there, because they sexualize shit. This is where you get that perverse shit in our community and in our society today. Everything is perversion. They fucking taking pictures. You see the women that take the pictures with the fucking kid, the pregnancy pictures, kid all butt naked, and she got his stomach all out, and the kid ain't never got a choice, never had a chance. You know what I mean? Already exploitation of the kids. You know what I mean? That's fucked up. But that was it right there. Let me play that back, guys. This is the only video, right? This is the main event, so that's why I'm slow walking.
Any potential of development in the black community, done so by corrupting the culture, in turn possessing the spirit, and re-engineering an entire people. This all began in 1971 and right out of the Black Panther Party. So let us rewind back to 66 to set up the development. As we discussed in part 2 of the series, Time Life magazine photographer and Office of War Information agent Gordon Parks.
Yo, Dirty, you on point with that, because he dead sure says 66. He dead went back to the 60s.
Was assigned the position of documentarian for the Black Panther Party in 1966 under the auspices of the Central Intelligence Agency. In fact, even prior, he had always made a career out of taking visceral and poignant imagery of the Black American experience, though his talents were used for espionage and the covert surveillance of the civil rights movement. A wolf in sheep's clothing, a hired mole, Parks would not only photograph the Black Panther Party, but he would also play as an intelligence agent for the US government, along with numerous other plants within the party like Columbia University man and Jewish leftist fundraiser David Horowitz, whom once the party was dismantled in '69, joined the CIA front publication Ramparts magazine as editor. And today is shockingly a right-wing conservative. Interesting. Horowitz was also an employee for the Peace Foundation of London under Fabian socialist and eugenicist Bertrand Russell. Another prominent agent was Panther member Elaine Brown. Tupac's mother, she was a CIA op, and a lot of people might not know this or want to believe this, but she was working with the CIA, as were.
Now, I know y'all Tupac fans. I know y'all Tupac dieharders. Y'all ain't gonna like this, but I'm gonna play that back. I had to slide that one in there. You saw I had to edit that one in there right there. It's crazy, guys. But yo, so when I tell you that Tupac destroyed a whole generation single-handedly, and it was a plant, and he was a plant, I'm not lying. I don't just make this up. And we got a whole video. We gonna roll, man. We gonna roll. Since we on mind control, we gonna really roll. We gonna kick it into high gear. And I want you to change the laws of your mind, yo. I want you to change the laws of your mind.
Another prominent agent was Panther member Elaine Brown. Tupac's mother, she was a CIA op, and a lot of people might not know this or want to believe this, but she was working with the CIA, as were many Black Panthers, as well as documented FBI agent Richard Aoki of Berkeley University's Young Socialist Alliance. He joined the Black Panther Party in 1966. As a top-level informant, Aoki was commissioned to provide the party with an arsenal of weapons to radicalize the group. At this point, the party took on a much more aggressive and confrontational direction. Prior to Aoki's joining, the Panther Party was innocuous, yet still a communist justice league. They were simply starting school breakfast programs and holding peaceful meetings focused on community.
See how they had the welfare system mapped out before welfare. So you really see how they infiltrated us through our own people, bro. So you thought the Black Panthers created welfare. I mean, you thought they was, man, listen, you've been had. Play that back.
Arsenal of weapons to radicalize the group. At this point, the party took on a much more aggressive and confrontational direction. Prior to Aoki's joining, the Panther Party was innocuous, yet still a communist justice league. They were simply starting school breakfast programs and holding peaceful meetings focused on community building and education. Gordon Parks played a key role in this secret intelligence orchestrated radicalization of the Black Panther Party in Oakland, California. He single-handedly sensationalized the armed and dangerous reputation of the party by making their weapon-brandishing images famous. Parks would produce some of the most significant agitation propaganda of the era, all the while frightening society and demonizing the Black people. While Richard Aoki stoked the ideological flame by inciting violence with endless supplies of intelligence-provided weapons and deep socialist and leftist rhetoric. This would go on until 1969 when the party was officially disbanded with the assassination and brutal murder of Fred Hampton by the FBI. The Panthers were finished, but Parks' career was only just beginning. During this time, he also worked as a consultant of Hollywood productions. This is what we would call today an intelligence liaison, like Chase Brandon, for example. Secret intelligence has always been directly connected to Hollywood, just as much as it is to the occult. They play as a subversive trinity that has had the ability to construct societies since its inception. So it only makes sense that Parks would develop his career further in Satan's theater. He continued his exploitation of Black life by producing a successful series of documentaries based on ghetto life called The Learning Tree that same year of '69, becoming Hollywood's first major Black director. By 1971, Parks had spawned the most vile and detrimental film genre to date, blaxploitation, with breakout film Shaft. While Parks became a legend and pioneer of a genre, with the help of Jewish writers and production studios and foundation funding, of course, he destroyed the prosperity.
Right, because you're getting the benefits and the clout, but the Jews is in the background writing how stupid they want us to look. And you just approving it through your movies, bro. But you a brother. That's why I tell you guys, vet these beta males, bro. They'll do anything for money, bro. You know what I mean? They'll sell you out for some money.
The culture by utilizing a powerful mind control medium like entertainment to redefine and re-engineer an entire population of people. Blaxploitation would go on to attack modesty, righteousness, and all things pure and good within the nature of Black behavior. Its modification would take a disturbing turn from 1971 forward. Interestingly, he was used by the same organizations that funded and directed the civil rights movement. Many Jewish organizations abandoned the civil rights movement once it ceased and went on to Hollywood to produce blaxploitation cinema, like Herbert Marcuse of the Frankfurt School, an integral part of the Black Panther movement and communist-driven New Left agenda in general. Marcuse also would go on to play a big role in the development of certain types of film in Hollywood. Theodore Adorno as well. The Frankfurt School intellectuals went directly from the academic realm to the entertainment realm to help stir the pot. And well, the rest is history. Just turn on your TV today. Look at any current series on the internet, Netflix, big budget cinema, any of it and all of it. We might say it was pretty bad then. Well, look how far it has come. Mind control programming and entertainment, soul-sucking garbage. Hollywood appears to be a CIA, Jesuit, Jewish alliance forged as an apparatus for social conditioning over a long-term trajectory, and granted, with many foreign silent investor partners included. This alliance indeed predates the film industry.
And see, this is why I ain't even touch on that Walt Disney story. That's Walt Disney or Sesame Street. That's one of them shits because we already know what it is. We already know what it is. They need to conjure. They got to keep that shit going. When the tensions slow down between Black people and white people, they gonna create some dumb shit, bro. They're gonna create some dumb shit. Once that tension slow down and it look like black brothers and white brothers could start working together and building together, you know what I mean? Because for some reason, I don't know why y'all niggas think all white people have money, bro. All white people don't have more money than you. Like, damn, yo, you got money. Damn. They not all famous and you know what I mean? Like shit. But it's the conditioning and it's the programming. Because if you constantly see white people in the suit, white people winning, you start to program your mind and think that you less than. You know what I mean? But you're not a victim, bro. You just got to do the work. You got to do the work, guys. And stick around. I'm gonna show you at the end how to start it, how to do it, bro. I got y'all.
It goes as far back as the Crusades. Guess who were the financial advisors for the knights in shining armor and red crosses? And we are aware of the coalition between the Crown and Vatican City. Though the CIA came out of the OSS, well, the OSS was a descendant of British intelligence, which goes directly back to the witch John Dee, the original 007. Further connecting intelligence, the occult, and stagecraft media entertainment. Back to Gordon Parks. By 1972, and in typical fraternal brotherhood fashion of the elite, nepotism kept the blaxploitation genre moving swiftly. A genre that I consider an intelligence-manufactured MK Ultra program, most likely cooked up in the Tavistock Institute. Gordon Parks Jr. would release the silver bullet film that defined the genre, Superfly. It was released in 1972 and started the pimp and hoe, smoke and blow culture of the 70s. One that would continue for decades and is still very live and well today. As Gordon Sr. passed the torch, his son would drive the dagger a bit deeper into the hearts of a culture with his smash hit and cult classic, Superfly, where drugs, violence, and lust became fashionable and endearing. And of course, striking a fierce dialectic politically in society by sexualizing and objectifying women on screen during the height of the women's liberation movement, which was also the same time as the height of the sexual revolution. 1972 strangely produced the strongest feminist movement and objectification of women media productions all in the same year. Another excellent example of agitation propaganda, and especially when you confirm that the CIA was, for one, behind the formation and guidance of the feminist movement, and two, behind the production studios that were releasing consecutive smut material.
Facts, bro. Yeah, peep that. Yeah, y'all on point though. The Goodbreads, they can't fool us. Yo, man, they can't fool us. Y'all calling this shit. Y'all saw this? I know y'all ain't see this shit. I know y'all ain't, but y'all on point, bro. I love my Goodbreads, B. Yo, Dirty, definitely do that live, bro. And Dirty, we got a link too for that content. Yeah, we definitely got a link. And I got some other shit too, Dirty. Yo, we got a link, bro. We got a link for the we got a link at the daycare though. But worry, y'all. Shit, yo, let me get back to this.
Like the early adult film Deep Throat, that took in 1 million at the box office that year. The book Joy of Sex was a bestseller, and Playboy was a lead publication nationwide. Interestingly, the feminist movement focused on support of lesbianism and denouncement of female sexualization. Yet it simultaneously promoted free love and irresponsible sexual relationships for women. Not to mention, blaxploitation films shamelessly promoted prostitution, rape scenes, and black women as harlots and swindlers. Yet the same year, the first black woman in history ran for president, Shirley Chisholm. If one wants to seriously screw up the mental state of a society, this is surely one way of doing it. Blaxploitation films would continue and increase in their depravity throughout the decade. Notorious films.
And y'all wonder why that twerking senator, why she's there, why she's implanted there, and she ain't really running against nobody. Man, she ain't running against nobody. Ain't nobody running against her. And you know what I mean? She could get 3 votes and win.
Films like The Mac would solidify pimp culture and drug dealing in the inner cities. Actress Pam Grier in her films like Coffee and Foxy Brown would indoctrinate women with a Jezebel spirit that is still extremely prevalent today. And
Bingo, 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 bingo. We definitely gonna play that back, guys. I need y'all to know this. I need y'all to take notes. Man, like and share this video, man. Like and share this video. For those of you that got the Facebook groups, share this video, man. You know this shit ain't worth every penny. This right here is our history. We gonna slow walk in and we gonna get it. We gonna get it. They gonna get this work today. They gonna get this work today. Bitch turned right into Nikki, yo. Bitch turned right into
exploitation
Nikki.
films would continue and increase in their depravity throughout the decade. Notorious films like The Mac would solidify pimp culture and drug dealing in the inner cities. Actress Pam Grier in her films like Coffee and Foxy Brown would indoctrinate women with a Jezebel spirit that is still extremely prevalent today and cannot be missed anywhere in Hollywood or the entertainment industry. To add to this,
Wait, hold on. Before you add to that, let me add to this. These bitches be fighting to be hoes too. Y'all see? These bitches is proud hoes. They is stone cold hoes, bro. They be fighting. They be fighting to keep that Jezebel spirit. That's why they can't tell me nothing. That's why I say bitches. I say hoes. Cause they call each other that. They like that shit. That shit triggers them. They love that. They love that shit. They love that shit, yo. Don't let them fool you guys. Y'all be wanting to treat bitches like they princesses and shit. And they be like, you know what I mean? Oh, queen, y'all queen, everything. When a bitch really wants you to say, yo, you got a fat ass. And y'all be, oh, queen. Come on, bro. You got to treat these bitches how they look, how they represent themselves. Cause you know what? First thing they tell you when I'm talking to one of them, first thing they tell you, oh, times change. Act times change. So then you got times change for us too. Back in the days, niggas was sitting there pulling out jackets and shit, holding doors. Times change now. We telling the truth. Back in the days, niggas was lying and simping and baby booming their ass off. Nowadays, since times changed for them, times got to change for us, guys. And we got to tell them the truth. We got to tell them the truth. Like, oh, you're a whole hoe. You do know you are a hoe, right? And then see what she say, and then you go from there. You know what I mean? But if you trying to treat a hoe like if she not a hoe, bro, she gonna style on you, bro. You know the saying: if you treat her like a fan, you treat her like a star. If you treat her like a star, she gonna treat you like a fan, bro. You gotta keep your veins cold.
the blaxploitation film genre set the precedent for a very lucrative sex trade and prostitution industry. Though it always existed, blaxploitation films glamorized it, made it part of the culture, and the music industry would assist in this glamorization.
Y'all see the BET Awards?
To be accurate, Parks cannot actually take credit for creating the first blaxploitation film. In fact, it was first done by
Now we're gonna get into some deep history, guys. For my trivia lovers, for my ones that be liking to catch those know-it-alls on Facebook and on their posts. They be thinking they know every fucking thing and they don't know nothing. This is some trivia for y'all. Now y'all got some more. Now y'all got some more weapons, because I know y'all. If y'all really good breads at heart, y'all just clipping up right now. Y'all clipping up. Y'all like, God damn it, stop fucking clicking that video. But y'all clipping up.
by a lesser-known independent producer named Melvin Van Peebles, with his sloppy and perverse film Sweet Sweetback's Badass Song, which was no more than a sad excuse for a black liberation flick that relied on sex, vulgarity, and violence to retain viewership. Brazen and cheap, it opened with a graphic pedophile scene, as well as a typical black buck sex scene that foreshadowed the adult industry that was getting ready to take off.
And that goes along with the brainwash of the black guy is the rapist and the pedophile and this and that. And you know what I mean, that perpetuates that. That perpetuates that. Zone, what up, my guy? Yay! You ever had the noise and shit? What up, Zone?
In a few years. And again, the nepotism continued with his son's work, Mario Van Peebles, who would later continue the debasing legacy of Van Peebles Sr. by creating a new age blaxploitation era.
Look how this shit stayed in the family, guys. Like how like the rich, it's the rich versus the poor. And I always tell y'all that. And I go back to my joint in the beginning, in the very beginning. Remember I told you I had the conversation with the brother and I told him, bro, you're not a victim. When I gave y'all that example, that if the rapper would have had, if the white rapper, if a black rapper shoots up a club and somebody get hurt, he got the money to get out of that situation, and nobody's caring about the person that he killed or shot. You know what I mean? Honestly, you know what I mean? Same way the white person that shot the sister and he had money to at least get bailed out and get it, not have his name splattered all over the news because he had money for a lawyer. So it's a money thing rather than a white privilege thing. Because if you get money, then the privilege is the same. You know what I mean? The privilege is the same. But let's get it. Let's play that back, guys. The peoples, the Van Peoples.
And violence to retain viewership. Brazen and cheap, it opened with a graphic pedophile scene, as well as a typical black buck sex scene that foreshadowed the adult industry that was getting ready to take off in a few years. And again, the nepotism continued with his son's work, Mario Van Peebles, who would later continue the debasing legacy of Van Peebles Sr. by creating a new age blaxploitation era of his own with his cult classic film New Jack City in 1991, which set the stage for many other hustler and thug films that complemented the gangster rap industry wave of Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg. Coincidence? I think not. So blaxploitation has never ended and is as alive and well as it was in 1972.
Now I'm glad we got Pookie, the original Pookie, on the scene right now, y'all. Cause I guess this is what they call Pookie. Like the first time I ever heard the word Pookie, guys, it was this shit right here, yo. So, you know what I mean? I thought Pookie was the crackhead and Ray Ray was the drug dealer. When I first heard Pookie and Ray Ray term, I thought Pookie was the crackhead nigga, the worker, and Ray Ray was the boss. You know what I mean? That's what I thought. So I didn't know when they made it all commercial and shit, when they commercialized it and shit. But this right here is a Pookie. You know what I mean?
But in 72, things were just forming, and new waves of cultural influence were being created for very little money, but at the spiritual expense of millions. Blaxploitation became a cold-blooded social weapon, and as Curtis Mayfield quoted, a commercial for cocaine, settling the precedent for an up-and-coming adult film industry and lucrative drug market, especially the cocaine market, that would hit its peak in 1977 and wreak havoc into the 80s with crack. Blaxploitation films would take a historical seat in the archives of classic social engineering media, feeding into the debasement of culture and the proliferation of the prison industrial complex. Once again, by establishment intelligence and foundation-funded production studios, blacks were used to not only destroy themselves, but to create demonic culture and assist in the demoralization.
But I tell y'all all the time, we do it to ourselves. I tell y'all that all the time. That's why we not victims, guys. We volunteers. And we can't even play like that. Anything else is being a modern woman. When you don't see it any way other than that, then you're being a modern woman. You're using modern woman logic, bro. Dead ass. Because the fact that you know in your heart you quit or you tried to take the easy route and it didn't work, and that was your mistake in life that put you in the situation that got you feeling like a victim, that's your fault. You got to understand, it is no white privilege when a college student that play basketball or football, you can't scream white privilege when we dominate the NCAA in sports, bro. And then our cousins, the Puerto Ricans, they got baseball, and the Dominicans, they got baseball. So we dominating sports. We got lanes where we're getting money. So we're not victims, bro. You know what I mean? We're victims of our own doing, but we're not victims.
Of a nation. And the 70s is where it all took place. And it goes further to, and it just continued down to Spike Lee and John Singleton with Boys in the Hood and the famous movie Colors, which started the gang rise and hip hop movement that started decay of black culture through groups like NWA. Hollywood music television created the black culture and culture in general, but we have to understand that black culture was used to bring in a whole lot of very distasteful and destructive ideals. And it was done through entertainment, as it always is.
That's why I tell you guys, reconnect. Make sure you getting more education over the entertainment, guys. That's why I tell you all the time.
And on top of that, another thing that happened in the 70s that I didn't touch on was the idea of materialism, consumerism. All right, cars, clothes, and fashion. These things became popularized and became part of the black culture. I mean, before this black exploitation, blacks weren't really into all of that. So you hear studies now saying the black population is the biggest consumer in the nation. And all of this consumerism and superficial kind of showy, flashy mentality that blacks have tended to develop come out of a
all that hummer stunting. All that hummer stunting. You know what? I piss my uncles off all of the time because y'all know me, I'm a troll. I piss them off all of the time when I run down on them and they start talking that old school crack era stupid shit and how much money they. I always tell them, yo, uncle, why you ain't leave me nothing, bro? Why you like? And then I go into how, you know what I mean, since they victims and shit, because once they start their victim story, and I mean, I tell them how the white people left their kids something and the Chinese people left their kids something because we all of us had our wicked time. We had a 2-3 year period. We had the crack era. So we had an era. You know what I mean? But before that, guys, we all had our own period. If you did not know, to do our own crimes. You know what I mean? With the liquor, the bootlegging, you know what I mean? The Chinese people had the laundromat and they had the fish markets and shit. I play them video games. There's a reason why they put those stereotypes on those nationalities in those games, guys. Y'all know what I'm talking about, the triads, those of y'all that play Grand Theft. There's a reason why, because that's what it was. That's what we all had our chance. But you know what we spent our money on in our community? We spent our money on in our come up on rope chains and BMWs, bro. And pictures. Rope chains and BMWs, bro. So then how we gonna say we victims? They gave us the work. They was giving us the work, bro. They was giving us we were working with the police, bro. Let's keep it a buck. Fuck is we victims? How are we victims when we were volunteers, bro? We were working with the police. Know what I mean? And we give them they cut, we take a cut. And then we're supposed to generate that. Not become them, not try to compete with them and become them, because they want to walk around here in trench coats and suits and dumb shit. So why the fuck we need to do that? We need to get our money and go back home and with our family and chill. Know what I mean? And chill, lay low. Why the fuck we need to stunt and bring that shit to our culture? The boss man, I'm the boss man. That's that YouTube shit right there, where niggas want to be the dominant and not work together. Like, we need to work together. We got to tribe up. Salute to dirty folks. This is not going to be a one-man show, dummy. The way down to our biological makeup and how we reproduce, guys, it's teamwork. It's a teamwork thing. We were put here to work together. It's a yin and a yang. It's a balance. So we fucked up. We fucked up. And I'm a man, so I take accountability. My parents fucked up. I got caught slipping, but I caught myself. I fucked up. You know what I mean? And so on, so on. And you got to do that before you go forward, because we not victims, bro.
The black exploitation era. And isn't it interesting that the writers, well, some of the main writers, especially in the beginning, the most famous of the writers of these black exploitation films were Ashkenazis, Cohen, for instance. We understand this was a design. This is culture creation. This is social engineering done through Hollywood. We can look at the works of Aldous Huxley and Plato himself, who both spoke about the importance of theater, the arts, and music, and how any type of mind control could be implemented through these concepts. Anything you would want a group to believe, or any way you would want a group to act, you can get them to believe or act any way through the arts, through music. And this is what they did with blaxploitation, and also implemented into soul music and funk music. Blacks were a lot different 30 years prior, but once these movements hit, the culture was shaped, and it became solidified and spread across the nation and the world. Soul, funk, disco era, all these things destroyed the development of the black culture. Sports stars blew up, basketball, football. Okay, pipe dreams comes out of all of these things. Distractions, socially stagnant. And these things shaped a generation. Blaxploitation and the works of the 70s shaped a generation. And as we stated earlier, arresting development and culture identity creation. This is all about the identity here. This is how the black culture was created, through blaxploitation.
And I tell y'all this all the time, right? That relates to us too, guys, because we got to learn our identity. Once we know our true identity, and that's something the school don't teach us and our parents don't teach us. And you got to remember, I know I'm harsh on the parents, but it's because our parents don't have the time. They didn't have the time to teach us what we know now. What we know, what a lot of the information we know, our parents ain't have time to find that out and take and raise us. So they just didn't know. And that's why they fucked up. Is now the accountability part is on them. Know what I mean? But I can speak for that part. Know what I mean? The fact that they wanted to hide that fact so hard to have you dig in the cat litter and hide it for them, and that become conditioned and ingrained in your skin, in your spine, to where now you do it for women, and you hate to see a woman tell the truth, because that's all you're doing. When you do that shit, you hate to see a woman tell the truth, bro. That's all you saying, because you hated to see your mama have to hold accountability. If you didn't know, that's what that is. I mean, and that's the nicest way I can say that, guys. Like, without talking down on me. He's talking down. It's too hard. It's too hard.
Right, which originated in blackface. We can look at blackface of way back. That was the start, but it really came into fruition during blaxploitation with the use of Hollywood and screens. Okay, the morals and the important ideals to the black people were tainted through blaxploitation. Okay, and the minds and spirits of the black population was destroyed even more through the crack era. Okay, destruction of families, putting the fathers in jail, putting the mothers under pressure, which would in turn hurt.
And you got to remember, guys, that was our chance to use our head. And instead of really stunting on each other and killing each other because they selling a little more dope than us, with that Jezebel spirit all on our back, because you know niggas was doing that all for bitches, bro. It's stunting like that, all for the bitches to come and lust over them. Like, you know what I mean? Come on, we all did it. We all did some dumb shit, simp. You know what I mean? It's just a whole simp vibe. Everything them niggas did was for women back then, bro. Just when you around them and they start talking, bro, you can hear it like, oh my God, yo, I be the bearer of bad news at the cookout, bro. I come through, niggas go left. They like these are 60-year-old brothers, yo. They call me young know-it-all. That's how you know they simps. They still frickle to this day, young know-it-all, and I embrace it too. I'm like, what up, Unc? Yo, sucker, you still shop at Suckers, Unc? You know what I mean? I be fucking with them. I fucks with them because, like I say, that was their number one problem, not being able to take in information from each other, not always wanting to stunt, always wanting to be the man. You know what I mean? Always wanting to be the man. It costs to be the boss, though. It costs to be the boss, guys. And they didn't want to pay the price of teamwork. So that's why I fuck with them. But yeah, that ever is crazy, bro. They ain't leave us shit.
hurt the children's development. It's just like a domino effect. Okay, and so yeah, the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 80s really took a toll, and it led right into the 90s, okay, which just continued the decay. Because what came in the 90s? Hip hop really started. Well, hip hop started in the late 70s, but it didn't really start to really blow up into the late 80s and into the 90s, where once NWA came out, which also was an Ashkenazi creation and CIA funded and operated movement. NWA and the whole thug criminal programming just
That too, like it's the same shit. Anytime they gave us something that was toxic, we was supposed to pick up on that, right? That's what I was gonna say, because I lost my train of thought babbling and shit. Because Unks be funny, B. Unks be funny. I'm gonna get back to Unk ass too, but word. We was supposed to, as soon as they gave us that crack, we was supposed to sell it, get them they cut, get low. Get low. We wasn't supposed to allow them to double back and snatch us for their main plan. Because they only put that crack in our hand so that they could take us away from our bitch. The nigga, the same chick we simping for. Know what I mean? And you know back in them days, you seen that president, bro. Nigga got locked up. It was on. It was on. It was over. Like, that's why I tell you guys, yo, work with your brothers. Work with your brothers. Because too many dudes tried the one man show it. And when you one man show it, you make it easy for the cops to catch you with everything. You know what I mean? So you use a dummy. You work with a team. All right, they send police. We men, we know we all not gonna make it. So you might sacrifice. Two of us might get caught. Know what I mean? Me and Dirty might get caught. But the fact that we working as a team, y'all already know how to run the show. The rest of the 3, the rest of the 8, the team know how to continue the shit. Boom. Nothing goes down. Everything, we don't miss a step. Know what I mean? But when you one man wing it, cops could just pick everybody up one at a time. Boom, 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 boom. Know what I mean? Niggas YouTube could shut niggas channels down right now, one at a time. Boom, 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 boom. Know what I mean? And niggas, only niggas in the righteous fear gonna still have a voice. Peep game. Only niggas that fuck with the righteous fear still have a voice because of the way we got shit situated and we setting it up like how it's boom, 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 boom. You know what I mean?
literally destroyed. Any form of development that was still left was destroyed by this.
I'll play that back right there because rap music is another thing. That shit, we should have pimped that. We should have pimped that, bro. Once we finish acting our cult, we should have just if we should have took the costume off and left that shit where it was at. Went to the hood, told the kids like, all right, yo, y'all like that? Boom, boom, boom. Fed the hood, fed the hood, fed the hood. Even if you gonna act stupid and do rap music, you feed the next generation so that so they could figure out what they want to do next. They don't gotta everybody want to be this rapper because you made it. You know what I mean? Because government saying Zaddy let you make it. So now everybody want to be this rapper. Now niggas is making they self. This how niggas made they self victims too, chasing this rap dream. When I know a lot of niggas that was nice and bald. I know a lot of niggas that was nice and bald, bro. Nice and bald. But they wanted to do this, you know what I mean, rap shit. So they left I'm not a victim now. Because remember, it's fair game now. If you as long as you're in school and you go to college, get that scholarship, you fair game with the white boy. You fair game with the white man. You is fair game with the white man for this money, for this big bag. You know what I mean? But now, if you choose not to participate in that, where it's fair game, not to leverage your advantage, then you're not a victim no more. So you cannot say white privilege, my ass. You know what I mean? My ass. My ass. You know what I mean? But rap music, we should have flipped that too. But we didn't. We fucked that all the way up.
Once NWA came out, which also was an Ashkenazi creation and CIA funded and operated movement. NWA and the whole thug criminal programming just literally destroyed. Any form of development that was still left was destroyed.
Sorry, I'm sorry, but I got some teaching to do today, guys. This is another reason why a lot of people is hooked on bashing Russell Wilson over Future and they got that whole programming fucked up, you could tell a lot about people that do that too. You could tell a lot about people and who would go along, get along group that they, you know what I mean? Because we are addicted to hip hop. So we're gonna always sometimes favor to the hip hop. You know what I mean? This is why we let Jay-Z and Beyonce, who Beyonce, she constantly, I don't know why y'all don't see it. She constantly she got her own clothing line, right? So every month she does like a little walk and she models her clothes and she does the same exact thing that Sierra do. Cause you know what I mean? And mind you, Sierra, she come out the house, go to work. Her work is to shake her ass. She shake her ass, and then she go back in the house, right? She goes back in the house, and you don't hear from her again, right? 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 Am I right or wrong? Am I bugging? Like. So you can see how the devil always working. How they want us to tear down shit that's right because they hooked us to taking rappers over an athlete. So this is why this is what makes that modern woman logic, right? Because you have a bitch that'll take a rapper over an athlete, right? So this is how you know 80% of niggas be hell of a mama raised and don't even know it. And they walk around here addicted to this fruit punch pill shit because it's definitely not red pill. It's not the biblical red pill shit. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's fruit punch pill where it got some red in it, but it got a lot of other shit that make them feel good. You know what I mean? Because they done bought into the hate culture, and the hate culture is tied into the simp culture because you give your money to a dude that teach you how to hate, and they take your money and go buy into simp culture. See how that work? Mind control. Mind control. That's how they mind control you, bro. And that's what it is. That's what it is. Mind you, we let couples like Jada and Will slip under the radar. You know what I mean? We let them slip under the radar. It wasn't until they did some dumb shit that we thought. And some brothers knew that was coming. We knew that was coming. And also, you see Steph Curry. You see how that's who we should give all this beef, all that smoke that y'all give Russell and Sierra. But you know, we like basketball. We'll take a basketball star over I mean, we don't like athletes, period. We'll take a rapper over an athlete, but he ain't beefing. He ain't take a rapper's girl. You see, so that's the beef. Cause for an athlete to take a hip hop artist girl, oh, that's smoke. That's smoke. That's smoke right there. That's smoke for a mind control dude. Oh, hell yeah, that's smoke. Mind you, you have 80% of beta males who think this is the problem with being beta, and you got to remove this insecurity with you. Beta males think that because they're not getting any coochie, and this is not to bash anybody that's MGTOW or choose to not fuck with bitches. I'm just saying what makes a beta male a beta, a hell of a son, is because they have that intent. They want to fuck with bitches. They just can't get a bitch. You feel me? That's what make an incel, guys. I mean, I'm not talking about anybody that choose to not fuck with bitches. I'm talking about beta males. They don't understand that women are women. Women were made here to have sex with Adam, bro, and have Adam babies. So women are designed to be turn-ons. They're designed to do their thing. They're gonna twerk. They're gonna shake. They're gonna do whatever the fuck they want to do as a woman. And beta males seem to not understand that because they don't get to enact on their ability to smash those women that they like and lust over. You see how that works? So they feel that since they're not getting none, the woman shouldn't be a woman. And that's dumb. That's dumb logic. That's stupid logic. You know what I mean?
By this group and the prison industrial complex and eugenics and family destruction just really came in and kicked down the door. And it's pretty much been over since then, because it's just been an absolute downward spiral ever since. It really infuriates you when you really think about it, when you think about how all of this has developed, and you look at the Black culture now and you see the predicament that they're in and where things are at. And when you understand the history and the development of it, it makes complete sense. So this is why Black people are where they're at, by design. And again, there's no one to blame for this stuff. This is all prophecy. We get it. We understand that. There's no one to blame because the Most High
And it's crazy, like, when you think about it, 40 years later, look at what we had this year, right? We had the Super Bowl where rap, hip-hop got a chance to take the halftime show. Y'all don't find it ironic that their most used influence, the people with the most, and your Dr. Dre's, your Snoops, the ones that did the most damage, the most destruction, you know what I mean? Hands down, Dr. Dre had the most hand in on the destruction along with Uncle Luke. And we're going to break down them two. We're going to break down them two soon. You know what I mean? They had the most destruction on the hood. You know what I mean?
Right, is running the show. This is Satan's world. We get that. So gangs came out of Masonic and civil rights, basically it's Masonic and civil rights residue. So these gangs turned into huge sets of all kinds, but they all came out of the Black Power movement. So we see how the Black Power movement, which was destroyed and infiltrated by COINTELPRO and was always controlled from the beginning through fraternal orders and masonry. We see them morph into gangs, which become another way for Black men to be killed and to kill each other. So you find
That's why I don't play with gang members, bro. They simping forces. They hell of a sons at best. Off the rip. Remember, those are the G thugs on our list, on our chart. Those are the G thugs, guys. Those are the G thugs. So we don't play with them. That's the green section. We don't play with them. You know what I mean? We take them down. We leave them alone. They ain't even gonna bother you. These dudes be like, yo, what up? What up? You know what I mean? What up? What up? You know what I mean? Respect is respect. Respect can take you a long way. So with these dudes, we don't engage, we don't entertain, we just what up and keep it moving. What up? What up? How you doing? You all right? Keep it moving. Real brief and keep it moving. You know what I mean? Do not get caught up with them though. Don't get caught up with them. And don't fear them and don't they you know what I mean? They're the littlest ones. They're the weakest guys here. They just that's what make them the most dangerous. You know what I mean, guys?
find all these people complaining about, oh, well, blacks kill each other. Why if you think Black Lives Matter, why are blacks killing each other? Well, let's look at the history. Let's see the development. All right. Let's see how these things were created through culture creation, through design. There's nothing biological or natural about any of these movements. I mean, they've all been designed. And how? Well, Promote started a whole big thing.
Dirty, yo, man, I appreciate you, man. You know we inspire each other, bro. You know how many lives I done did off of your inspiration, man. Shit, I'm just riding the wave with you, man. Salute to Dirty. Y'all make sure y'all get on over there. And we gonna go over there too. Dirty, man. Yo, that fucking spill you gave on the Minister Jap channel the other night, bro. I caught that on the playback because I was at the field with the kids. But I saw that as soon as I got relaxed. Man, that shit was epic, bro. That was classic dirty folks, bro. Classic dirty folks, bro.
Which was a product of Time Warner. I mean, it's I'm really just trying to put it out there to also go along with these stereotypes that come out of black exploitation, that come out of black films, which were originally written by Ashkenazis, and we've all been corrupted through this satanic system of social engineering.
You see, so being greedy, the minute we took our eyes off of God's words and that sin of greed crept up in us, and we play like we ain't need, like we act like we couldn't say, nah, I don't need it. That was when we destroyed ourselves, guys. So we conformed to the little toys and the little feel-good mechanisms that was set into place for us to conform with, because we refused to chill and link with our brothers, because we wasn't taught that. We were always taught to divide and conquer, even within our family. And it start with the moms and the father. But I tell you guys, we all have a father. We all have a father figure. For my young guys that's watching this, any of my young guys that come in on the playback, if y'all listening to this right now, understand y'all have a father, bro. Don't take the alienation and turn it into hate, and that turns into wrath. You know what I mean? Because that's what be catching niggas up. Remember, we went over the 7 deadly sins too in the Vince McMahon video, so y'all might want to catch that out, catch up with that. You know what I mean? I'll probably post that in its own video, so you know what I mean? Because I know the thumbnail tricky, because y'all know how I do, man. I'll creatively come up with some shit and link it. Like this one is about being teamwork. And the father was removed. The father was removed from the quarterback position. And that's what destroyed us. You know what I mean? That's what destroyed us. And then in some cases, the father removed himself from the quarterback position. You know what I mean? Conforming to consumerism.
Nearing mind control. All right, so you see all your favorite actors, your favorite singers and sport athletes, they're all in it to destroy you. And for those out there, hey, I might be preaching to the choir. I understand that, but I'm reestablishing these things.
To be a straight up min.
And that's what's up, guys. And like promised, I'm gonna teach y'all right now in a little 1-2 quick little session with Mr. Goodbread. You know what I mean? Don't listen to Uncle, yo. I'm not Mr. Young Know-It-All. I'm not Young Know-It-All. You know what I mean? I just read books and I live that Bible. I live that basic instruction. That's all. But I'm not Young Know-It-All. You know what I mean? Fuck him, yo. Fuck that nigga anyway. Them niggas used to beat off the motherfucking phone calls and shit. They ain't even get to see the coochie. You know what I mean? That's why, man, listen, I cook they ass every cookout, boy. They know what time it is. Them niggas had to run up grandma phone bill. They had grandma on Bell Atlantic all the way sky high. You know what I mean? Remember that shit? That was before social media. You know what I mean? He gonna talk shit to me. You know what I mean? At least y'all young niggas got fans only. Y'all get to see the cooch. And before y'all got cash at first. But y'all get to see the cooch and shit. Y'all, some of y'all niggas pay the extra. Y'all get to see it, play with it and all that. You know what I mean? But our parents, the baby boomers, they ain't had that shit. They had Call Me Now, Robin Bird and shit. These niggas is crazy. But yeah, guys, so that you don't be them and don't fall in the trap, the number one thing is you always want to be taking in information. Always taking new information. Even if it's a person that you can't stand, know that the ones that you can't stand, that irritate your soul, they got a piece of information that's going to have you take it to the top. You know what I mean? Me, for instance, what I had to really do, right? I had to disconnect from social media for a while, and then I had to come back to it. But as a overall new person, like you got to disconnect, right? Because you want to disconnect because you want to find yourself. Believe it or not, more than 70% of dudes is playing the character. You know what I mean? And that character is holding them back. It's keeping them stagnant from actually building and becoming their true identity. Once you know who you are, then you can start to set goals on what you want and what you like. A lot of people getting caught up with not knowing who they actually want to be because it's not comfortable. Because why? This is why I tell you to disconnect. Because the people you are around, right, they want you to remain who you are right now at best because it makes them feel comfortable. You know what I mean? And you know that the minute you start to grow, they're gonna, you know what I mean? Your fucking hi, how you doing is gonna be to, you know what I mean? Your highs and buys gonna turn to visits. You know what I mean? It's gonna turn to visits. You know what I mean? So you definitely wanna always disconnect from social media, right? I would prefer you to disconnect for about, because I know y'all niggas is thirsty and shit, bro. Disconnect for 2 weeks, right? Realistically, disconnect for 2 weeks. Then come back and restart all your apps. Wherever you was at, do a whole new page. You know what I mean? Be you. Be yourself. Fuck this avatar land and fuck all that. You're not winning. You're not hurting nobody, trolling. You're not doing nothing. You know what I mean? You're stagnant. You're wasting valuable time, bro. You're gonna see it. You're gonna fuck around. You don't want to fuck around and be 50, right? And then have the money, have the resources, but you don't got the energy. You know what I mean? That's the problem right there. Right now, I'm going to overload because I didn't realize I wasted 10 years, bro, being dumb, being stuck on programming, being mind controlled. You know what I mean, guys? This is why you see me in overdrive and overload, lighting the shit up. Every time you look around, Mr. Goodbread, because I done figured it out. And that's only because for a long time now, I've known who I am. And I don't let nobody interfere in that. I don't let nobody change that. So you gotta unhook. That's what the 2 weeks is gonna do. It's gonna let you breathe, unhook. You know what's crazy too? A lot of y'all want bitches to like y'all, right? Y'all know bitches like what they don't see in a long time, right? Sometimes you might have to go ghost and then let them miss you. Chicks like what they miss, bro. If you always on the scene, always around women, they ain't gonna like you, bro. That's just female nature. You know what I mean? That's just female nature, guys. No cap, no flex, guys. But you disconnect from social media, come back on as yourself, right? But do not send a friend request to anybody that you was friends with on that other page, so that you can absolutely be yourself on this page, right? Watch how many new friends you're gonna come across that have your mindset and share your thoughts. So now what's gonna happen is you're gonna see some inspiration in yourself. You're gonna start that want to do shit more, because you know why? That's how you build with your brothers. You disconnect. See, if you kept that other page, you would never stumble over a new connect, and you would never stumble over a new inspiration, a new purpose, you know what I mean, in life. You see how that work, guys? You disconnect, reconnect as yourself, and boom. That simple, guys. That simple. It's that simple. And this works for man or woman. Man or woman. But if you keep that same nasty, disgusting, dirty soil, if you keep your seed in that nasty, dirty soil, you see your little your little two sprouts self, you're gonna stay two sprouts, bro. You might grow an inch or two, but that's it. You know what I mean? Your ceiling has been capped, guys. I'm telling you. If you don't know a thing or two about planting, you want to take your seed up from there, and you want to put your seed in some soil that's going to help you grow. And that's how you going to get around your brothers. That's how you going to get around your brothers. That's how you going to bond with your brothers. You're going to add value, you know what I mean? And don't be one of those that try to get around your brother and don't add value. And don't think you don't have value to add. We all special, because we are all unique. Remember that. We are all unique. We are all tools in this brother kitchen, in our father's kitchen. We all tools. Some of us are the paper plates. Some of us are the fine china. Some of us are the spoons. Some of us are the forks. But we all stand our purpose, you know what I mean? And that's no slight. That's not standing down on nobody, because, you know what I mean, the fine china don't get pulled out when you eating by yourself. When you just eating at the table, you want and you need, your value is in the paper plate. So that's what make that value. I mean, then when the company come through, then you want to get to the China. That's when you pull the China out. So that's when that have value. You see what I mean? Like, bro, it's a team thing, guys, and you got to start learning how to build with your team, learning how to attract your team. You know what I mean? It's a number. It's a non-fact, bro. Your net worth comes from your network skills. Your ability to network is gonna totally equal to your net worth. I done told y'all time after time. You are the sum of the 5 people you hang around with the most. The 5 people, top 5. Think about it. You do this now in your head, good breads. Think about the 5 people you spend the most time with, right? Think about them. Give them a score, and you are the average of them. Only you know that. Only you know what your score is, and that lets you know what your ability to grow. That's gonna show you how high you gonna grow, because you are the average total of those 4 dudes. You know what I mean? You being the 5th, guys. Remember that. Remember that. You are the average. So don't be in these packs and wild packs of beta males looking like women, looking like modern women, how they all need each other energy to promote dumb shit, and how dirty say, to cause chaos and to be professional fucking fight promoters. Don't you be in a pack of that shit. You know what I mean? You build with your brothers, guys. And I ain't gonna hold y'all much longer. This been a damn good live, y'all. Y'all already know, push this live to the top. I fuck with y'all. You know what I mean? Shamari, where's Shamari at? He sleep? He sleep? Oh shit. All right, little man sleep. But y'all already know he gonna hit y'all with y'all shout out. He gonna give y'all thanks. And for again, guys, salute to all of y'all that donate to the channel. Y'all already know. Y'all donation go right back into the community, bro. The community. I fucks with the kids. That's my main purpose. I told y'all my only goal here is to make the voice of God and the word of God, bro, which is the basic instructions before leaving earth. The shit that's in that book, the instructions in that book, my only goal is to make that sexy, bro. I want to make that sucker so sexy, bro. Hold on, where my Bible at, man? Where my textbook at? I'm gonna make that sucker so sexy. And don't feel offended, guys. Don't feel offended. Don't you dare feel offended. Cause if you need roses on your joint, or if you need whatever you need on your joint, I will put it on there for you. You know what I mean? But this is my joint. This is my joint. So don't worry about all that. All right? But what's inside that sucker there is the same thing. And yeah, somebody jumped in my comment section the other day and tried to make comment and tried to complicate common sense on shit. When I post these quotes right here, when I post these Bible verses, guys, it's ESV, right? I would prefer you guys to fuck with the ESV. You know what I mean? Because it's easier for you to read, all right? You see, we got a lot of educated dummies out here that think they know everything, bro, but they don't know everything. You know what I mean? Because everyone, whether it's the King, whether it's the KJV, you know what I mean? See, this is the thing with the KJV. The shit mad complicated. It's mad stupid. It's written mad dumb. Like, you feel me? And it say the same shit that the ESV say. The same shit that did it. Yo, bro, stop playing with me. Do not allow these so-called Christians to complicate common sense, and that's going to take you from your own father, from knowing your father. These niggas is working for the devil, bro. Clearly, they up in them churches acting like, because they go to them churches, that they could come out here and stun on folks. You know what I mean? But they're not even favored the way we are favored, guys. Those of us living in our truth is blessed and highly favored, because that's all he asks us to do. You know what I mean? So don't you dare let one of these dumb motherfuckers, these evil motherfuckers, scrutinize your love and what you know in them instructions, because it's written there. I'm not saying nothing. I don't make up shit. I always have the proof. And so what? It's the ESV. It's clearer for my audience to read. It says the same shit. It's the same essential beliefs. You know what I mean? And we gonna leave that at that, B. We gonna leave that at that. You know what I mean? Yeah, you see what I mean? Like, and some people say the KJV is corrupt. You know what I mean? But this is why when I read y'all any version, I break it down. I don't just show y'all the scripture like, look what it say. I break it down because you right. You know what I mean? Like, and you're right. That's why I do. That's why stay tuned, guys, because I got y'all. I'm not gonna mislead y'all with this shit, because it's all about the essential beliefs. It's non-essential beliefs and it's essential beliefs in the text when you're reading this thing, guys. And you know what I mean? Some of the Bibles may say sprinkle water, some may say pour water, but you see that water was the key. The essential belief or the non-essential belief does not matter. It does not change what the fuck happened. Whether it was a pour or a sprinkle, something got wet. You know what I mean? But like I said, these educated lames, these unemotional, intelligent folks that gotta read it by the book, because once you throw that monkey wrench in, they so unemotionally intelligent, they can't think for themselves now. Oh, you see how that is? They can't think for themselves. But that's what it be about, guys. Don't allow these fools to disconnect you with your father, bro. Don't. You know what I mean? Don't do that. You know what I mean? And look, what a verse. Look at this. Look. Let's read this, yo. We out of here on that one. We out of here on the read up. We out of here on the read this one tip, guys. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because you have rejected knowledge, I reject you for being a priest to me. And since you have forgotten the laws of your God, I also will forget your children. The more they increase, the more they sinned against me. I will change their glory into shame. Now, I don't give a fuck how you feel. That's clear as day. You know what the fuck it is, all right, guys? Y'all stay tuned. It's been real. I fucking love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Wrap up, strap up. Don't play with your life. You know what I mean? We do it for the culture. It's the righteous fear, guys. Salute, man. We out of here. Word.
My son, keep my words and treasure up my commandments with you. Keep my commandments and live. Keep my teaching as the apple of your eye. Bind them on your fingers, write them on the tablet of your heart. Say to wisdom, you are my sister, and call insight your intimate friend, to keep you from the forbidden woman, from the adulteress with her smooth words. For at the window of my house I have looked out through my lattice, and I have seen among the simple, I have perceived among the youths a young man lacking sense, passing along the street near her corner, taking the road to her house in the twilight and the evening, at the time of night and darkness. And behold, the woman meets him, dressed as a prostitute, wily of heart. She is loud and wayward, her feet do not stay at home. Now in the street, now in the market, and at every corner she lies in wait.
Y'all got 15 minutes.
She seizes him and kisses him, and with bold face she says to him, I had to offer sacrifices, and today I have paid my vows. So now I have come out to meet you, to seek you eagerly, and I have found you. I have spread my couch with coverings, colored linens from Egyptian linen. I have perfumed my bed with myrrh, aloes, and cinnamon. Come, let us take our fill of love till morning. Let us delight ourselves with love. For my husband is not at home. He is gone on a long journey. He took a bag of money with him. At full moon he will come home. With much seductive speech she persuades him. With her smooth talk she compels him. All at once he follows her, as an ox goes to the slaughter, or as a stag is caught fast till an arrow pierces its liver, as a bird rushes into a snare. He does not know that it will cost him his life. And now, O sons, listen to me, and be attentive to the words of my mouth. Let not your heart turn aside to her ways. Do not stray into her paths, for many a victim has she laid low, and all her slain are a mighty throng. Her house is the way to Sheol, going down to the chambers of death.